Let's get like a close-up arty shot of a screw coming out. Because, you know, YouTube, right? Brute force! It's a bit messy on the back side of this board, but we should be able to use it. It just needs a little bit of wood putty to fill in some of the holes, then give it a light sand and stain it. But this looks good, I'm happy with this. So now we just need to strip all this, take it outside, put down some cloths here because there's too much stuff in the way to try and get this steel bench out of here, but I want to paint it before it goes permanently into spot. Superjet train! Y'all know what it is, Harry Mack in the mix! Drink lots of water. Every day, all day! I need hot water and soap to clean this before we paint it. Alright, I'll give this one last rinse down. We'll let it dry. I'll go to Bunnings and get some black paint.
You can't find any black spray paint.
There is no black spray paint.
Okay.
Why does there always have to be a problem? Sanding the boards down. I'm on there for about a minute. I've already chucked it in the trailer. Cameras went on. The bloody belt down there, you can see. That little, oh, that's super hard. That little thing. So now we got to go back to Bunnings again. What? I guess I'm going back to Bunnings again. I knew I had one somewhere. Don't have to go to Bunnings just yet.
You what?
I am going to Bunnings. It's order day today, and the microphones I broke yesterday. So I have to take that apart to try and fix it, so we have no microphones. But it's order day. I've temporarily suspended processing orders every day, so that there's not a huge amount of orders at the moment. It's been very, very slow, and we'll talk about some of these challenges as we move forward. I'd mentioned. Oh, thank you so much, by the way, for all the wonderful comments on the video that I put up recently, catching up on where we are with the renovations. Oh, we need a 2FA code from the phone. Oh, luckily, that's not my phone. This is why I'm filming on that phone, because then I can still use this one. Yeah, the orders have been a little bit quiet, so there's not a huge amount of them. And, you know, people have been so understanding with all the challenges that I've had recently that the pressure that I normally feel about orders sitting around for more than a day or two has somewhat been relieved quite a lot. And so with that pressure, being alleviated, I have taken the liberty of only processing the orders once a week on Fridays, or shipping them once a week on Fridays. I'll still need to process them during the week, and then they can just sit here in the packing area, and then once a week on Fridays I can process them. That way I can really concentrate on getting things done around here that I need to get done, like the renovations. The renovations are critical to success here. We need those extra spaces. We need to be able to have hobby days. We need to be able to have small events. We need to be able to have workshops. I need to be able to set up the media rooms for people to come and hire to use for their battle reports and podcasts. And I've got so much tech gear and so much space. I can't use it all. So I need to get those renos done so I can make the spaces available for other people to come in and use. Rent those spaces for a couple of hours to film their reports and then walk away with an SD card with all their data, all that sort of stuff. I need it to be a cleaner environment so when I come to work I'm in a positive, excited, enthused mind frame, rather than walking into, oh God, come and have a look at this. It's just one challenge after another. It's always been the case. Those guys are right outside the front door. It's all those sorts of things. Because, my wife is the career professional here. You know that meme of the New Zealand director, what's his name? So our new mats. We'll talk about those later on. Yeah, like that director and the actress from some movie or something. It's a common meme. It's just like that. So my wife's the one with the real job. And so I do all the school drop-offs and the school pickups, and I love it. I spend so much time with Charlotte, and honestly, if Knights of Dice collapses because of my lack of attention, I really wouldn't mind as long as I got to spend that time with Charlotte. It's just how it is, I'm just saying. I will drop anything, anytime, it doesn't matter. Back in the days of my software business, be sitting in a meeting worth $1 million and I'd leave if I had to do something with Charlotte, no problems, any day of the week. I didn't do this during the pre-orders this year. I do apologize to anyone who received an order without a handwritten note. I normally write on every single order, but during that period where I was trying to, I don't know why we keep saying we. I just said I don't know why we keep saying we. It's just me here. I didn't write a note during the pre-orders. There was 180 or something orders for mats. I printed out a note, sorry. My handwriting is absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, mate.
What's the password for the computer?
So I use Trello at the studio here. I don't know how many people know about Trello, but it's a, like a planning app, I suppose. This order here that's going to Curtis Turner in the US. Thank you so much for your support. I'm missing a couple of items from this that weren't in stock. So normally when I do the orders, I'll go through and pack everything that I can pack and process and get those done. And anything that needs to have kits cut for it, I use Trello, which is list management, task management, and stuff like that. I use Trello here to put the list of things that we're missing, and then down the back in the laser room where the computer is there, I can bring up that list, and that way I don't have to write things down on bits of paper. My handwriting's incredibly messy, and bits of paper go missing, as we saw yesterday. I found the list. It's here on my desk. And when I had a bigger team, when I had a team of people, when it was me, Scott, and Nucky, we could do things like this. It just made communication and collaboration a little bit easier. And so I'll go ahead and process the orders here. And then for those that I need kits cut for, Aki's in the studio today coming in to volunteer some time. Thank you, brother. It is really a huge help. I'd love to have someone back in here again, full time, but we'll see how things continue to recover. So now we just need to put these kits in Trello, finish packing the orders, then we can cut more kits down that side. Get out of here, I'm busy. I wonder what the drone's going to be from the lasers. I wonder what the drone is going to be like from the lasers down here, which is why I want the mics. But in the meantime, all the bases and everything are stored in these drawers behind this bench here. They all used to be over there against that wall where the window is. And they'll go back near there once that space is finished and you know, everything there is done. But in the meantime, I need some bases from inside there. Like a typical hobbyist, I've got a huge warehouse and I'm working on this tiny little bit of bench that's clear. Bases. I don't really like using so many of these plastic little Ziploc bags. You know, this guy's got 7 different orders, thank you Aaron, for bases. And I normally base everything into individual bags just so it makes it easier for people. But we use thousands and thousands of these little bags. Who the hell is we? Anyway, you get the idea. We're gonna pack some bases in to this whilst working around that bench. I'm just trying to highlight the fact that I need to get my renos finished. Keep packing orders. This boring bit. Okay, there's all the orders that still need stuff for them. Trello's done. Orders that I can pack are packed. Very few orders. Thank you to those people who are supporting and continue to support what I do here at Knights of Dice. Aki is down the back here today, getting his gremlin on. I swear he's got a bigger bald spot than I do. So now we can get back on. We've painted the table, did 2 coats on it. It's gonna chip, scratch, you know, whatever. As long as it looks neat and clean and the whole place looks neat and clean once I finish for a week, then I'll be happy. In the meantime, let's come into the ghetto kitchen here in the front room. So eventually, this front room will become an event space. It'll be clean, neat, tidy. There'll be 3 4x4 tables in here. Little sitting area over there. Kitchenette and stuff properly installed here. And then this main space we'll use for running those sorts of little shows and little events and hobby days and, you know, different sorts of activities and stuff like that. It's kind of annoying that this is the last room that needs to get done simply because of how this Tetris puzzle needs to work out. It's the first room I'd love to have operational. I'd love to immediately start having hobby nights and run tutorials and workshop weekends and stuff like that. But none of that can happen until this space here is cleaned out. Now we're here for that machine over there, because it's coffee time. Gross. This goddamn printer, I swear, you know, it's super economical in terms of how much ink it uses, but on these custom sized paper, it jams constantly. It's so annoying, constantly. Because we use a custom sized paper because our sheets are a little smaller than A4. So we've got to trim the A4 pages down, right? So instead I just use a custom sized piece of paper to print directly on it, but it's just ridiculous. You know, we just end up with mountains and mountains of scrap paper. You know, I'm only printing 20 inserts for this order that we've got to do. And like this jams every 3 or 4 pages. It's so frustrating. Yeah?
You want me to get Aldo prepped for phone?
Oh, what was that, Aki?
Want me to prep Aldo for phone?
Cut. Yeah, sure. It must have something to do with my settings because it doesn't do this on on regular size paper, on A5 paper or regular A4 paper, but it jams like this constantly on this custom size paper, and then I have another custom, a smaller one. And the smaller one doesn't seem to jam. I say that, but as soon as I need to print some, I'm sure it will. It's just so frustrating, right? This is the whole 3D printing thing. Don't know if you heard that. We'll wait for it to throw up its error, so it's registered, but it's jammed. It printed 2! Oh, we get a 3rd one! Oh, it's a miracle day. Will it do a 4th one? You made me so upset. I shouldn't have said anything, damn it. It just keeps jamming every single time now, and there's a tiny, tiny piece of paper that's cut off from inside there. I have a big guillotine that we bought when we used to, before we used the custom size paper and we used to trim them down. I've got a guillotine that we used to use to chop the paper. But you know, it's just another job that needs to be done. We got to get, we need to get over there for a sculpting tool or a pair of pliers or tweezers or something we can use to get into that printer. Oh God, now we got to move stuff again just to get a bloody tool. This is the problem. Yes, bro.
Take measures. So I can measure the phone. Wait, do I need to measure the phone?
They're in those drawers over there.
Yeah.
No, in there.
I'm small. I think I can make it.
You think you can make it?
I doubt it, but... yeah, no, I'm not gonna make it. Like you said, rule Tetris.
Just close that drawer there. Drag this one over there. Oh, this is like one of those map games where you've got a picture and you've got to slide the little squares around.
Yeah. Actually, you're right on that one. Cool. Yeah, at least I can get in through on this side.
Well, we can get through over there. Damn, man, you know? All right, there we go. That's what we're looking for. A pair of little tweezers. I don't know what to do about this printer. But this is just one of those things that make every day so frustrating. Well, this is another job I need to do. Custom jobs for some Australian crowns. For a military guy. Same guy that made the rifles that I've got actually, the wooden replicas. I've got a few of those. I'd like some more of the ones that he's doing at the moment. He's doing some Styres, which will be amazing to have. Join my SLR and my Bren and my Owen and fucking kidding me! Shh. And this thing's going stupid. There's no moisture in there. Just fucking work. So I changed a few things on the printer. For some reason, like I said, it was user error, right? It's got to be user error. For some reason, it was set to thick paper. I've changed that to high quality plain paper, and the dimensions of the paper were wrong on the printer, which is probably why it was jamming when it was coming through that front roller. Ah, god damn it! This is gonna be the shittest video. Thanks, Curtis. This little box is going out to Matt over at Hobby Station, one of our retailers, hobbystation.com.au. Thanks, Matt, for your order. Much appreciated. Because all the sabots I produce, the slots in them are 0.5 millimeter bigger than the bases, so you've got a little bit of wiggle room. There's a little bit of room for paint on the base, paint on this thing, but this file doesn't have the internal coupler. They're going to be. I did collect them for a long time, and I've got a huge box of different odd-sized bases, which at some stage, I was collecting to use them as on a cobblestone base. Mix it 3 mil, 1.8 mil, give some variation in the height, glue them all down, and then just hack it up with some rocks and stuff. And project for future bit. Oh, that's all the trays that were on Trello, but there's a whole other order with like 15 trays. I'll look out.